Hi there, I'm Liana and welcome to your flow today. Today we're going to be working on our mat. You won't really need any props, but it's always nice to have a block and a strap around just in case you need one. So remember, this is your practice. There's never pain in yoga, so if something is a little twingy or hurts, safely back out of it and get yourself to a resting place. All right, let's go ahead and get to the top of our mat. Pausing here to connect with your mat, drawing your attention to your feet, letting your toes be gently gripping the mat, your heels, your whole foot resting, engaging your legs, drawing your energy line up through your calves, through your thighs, into your pelvis area. Slowly engage your core, letting your spine be neutral here, not having your booty too far out or not too far forward, but more of that neutral pelvis. Engaging that core, roll the shoulders up to your ears and back down your spine. Let there be energy through your arms and through your hands. Allow your head, neck, and shoulders to be above your spine, imagining that little string pulling from the top of your head. Pausing here just to connect to your breath, working on that yogic ujjayi breath, breathing in through your nose and then out through your nose again. Maybe you sound like the ocean waves. Maybe you sound like Darth Vader. Just breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Pausing here as we connect to our practice and to our mat, disconnecting from the outside world and all the things that we have going on swirling around us. This is your time, and you've carved out this time specifically for your practice. So be present here. Letting our intention fill our heart. Maybe it's for peace or love or clarity. Whatever it might be for you today, inhale it on up to the sky. Pausing here, take a gentle back bend. Bring your hands to cactus. Press on up. Forward fold. Letting your hands go heavy here. Just letting your back be as flat as possible, having a bend in your knees if you need. Letting your hands hang heavy here. Make a few circles in one direction. Make a few circles in the other direction. And then we'll fold. Inhaling your hands to the sky. Cactus your arms. Press back up. Forward fold. Coming into a halfway lift, letting your booty shoot to the back wall here. Pausing just to feel a nice stretch in those hamstrings, maybe through the back, through your bottom. We're going to forward fold, melting, and we'll step back into our high plank. Pausing here, engaging your core, letting everything begin to heat up. Notice that your wrists are under your shoulders. Everything is supported. We're going to drop our knees, bringing ourselves into a little bit of a ramp with our back. Tuck those elbows in and slowly lower. Press on up to a baby cobra. Press back down. Tuck your toes and press on into a down dog. Coming here into this flow from a place of peace, strength, and beauty. Letting your body be present on the mat. Letting your mind be present and be at peace with itself. You can bend your knees if you'd like to walk out your dog. Connecting to that breath, that ujjayi breath again. Calming our nervous systems. Find some stillness here. And then you'll want to walk your feet to meet your hands. And inhale those hands back to the sky. Cactus the arms. Press up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Hands to the mat, stepping back. Again into that high plank. Always remembering this is your practice. Move with intention. Move within your own body's limits. If something doesn't feel good, eliminate it or find a modification that might work for you. Go ahead and tuck those elbows. You can bring your knees to the mat again, but we already did a modified one. On up and curl those toes and press back into down dog. Again, pausing here to connect with your breath. Letting everything be still. Finding peace, strength, and beauty here. Take the right leg to the sky here, letting there be a nice little extra stretch in that left leg. Bring this foot up for warrior one, spin the back heel, rise up. Bending into that front leg as much as comfortable for you. Depending on what level you are, your knee may have a nice big bend in it, or you may be a little straighter. Be where you're at. Open to warrior two. We're gonna flip this front palm straight in the front leg and reach back. Bring this arm around, bend back into that front knee for warrior two. From warrior two, release your hands behind your back. Interlace those hands, roll the shoulders back, gazing on up. Pausing for a moment to breathe here. We're gonna hinge forward at our hips, but if this is where you'd like to stay right here. Hinging forward, finding the place that's comfortable for you. Your back may be flat in alignment with your hips, or your head may be towards the floor. Yogi's choice here. Work at your own level. One more breath, and on your next exhale, go ahead and rise on back up. Pausing here, releasing to warrior two. Cartwheel those hands back into your high plank. Tuck the elbows, lower for chaturanga. Taking your cobra, and then back into down dog. Moving any way you can and that you like. Left leg to the sky. Pausing here to get into that right leg. You may notice one leg is a little tighter than the other. Let that be okay. Work within your realm. Bring this foot up for warrior one. Rising up, again bending into that front knee at your level. Open to warrior two. We're going to straighten this front leg and reach back with that hand. Back to warrior two. Interlace those hands behind your back. Roll your shoulders back. Gaze on up. And hinge forward here. Again, moving at your own pace, space and place. Connecting to your breath. Feeling all those little muscles support you. Feeling a stretch and the strength. Engage those legs, and on your next exhale, go ahead and rise back up. Release your hands and go ahead and cartwheel. Coming on back into your high plank. Tuck the elbows and lower for your version of a flow. We'll meet in down dog, but if you need a break in child's pose, go ahead and take one. From here, we'll walk our feet to the top of the mat and inhale your hands back up. Cactus, brace up, forward fold, halfway lifting, letting your hands come to the mat, step back for high plank. Press forward and lower for your chaturanga. And down dog. We'll take this right leg to the sky, bring it up for high lunge, rising up, keeping that back heel off the mat. Hands go overhead. If your arms are getting tired, you can bring them on down here to prayer. Just pausing here. If your hands are to the sky, bring them on down to meet us in prayer. We're gonna hinge forward, taking this left elbow, wrapping it around that right knee, pressing into it. opening up. One more breath. Come on back to center. Let those hands come to the mat. Back into your high plank. Tuck the elbows and go ahead and flow. Any version that suits you. Left leg to the sky. Bring it up for high lunge on this side. Again, if your arms are tired, you can bring them to prayer here. Just pausing to connect. Bring your hands to heart center. And we'll hinge forward, wrapping around. Connecting to your breath. Unbind yourself, let those hands come back to the mat for a high plank. Press forward on those toes, lower for your chaturanga. Any version you like. Pausing here. We're gonna bend our knees here. And then straighten your legs. So keeping your down dog arms, go ahead and come on back into bear pose. Engaging your core, remembering your breath. Straighten on back out. Bring those knees down one more time. Straighten them on out. And from here, we're gonna come on back to all fours. Letting your shoulders be over your wrists and your knees under your hips. Letting your head, neck, and spine be straight. Gaze towards the top of your mat, maybe even past it a few feet. We're gonna drop our belly here, tilting our pelvis, gazing up into our cow pose. Pressing to reverse this. Getting through our back here. Reverse this back into our cow, gazing up. Reverse back into cat. And come to a neutral spine here. We're gonna take our knees wide. Stretch on back for your child's pose. Letting your arms stretch out. Connecting to your breath. Walk your hands to the right, stacking them on one another. Get into that side body. And back to center. Walk your hands to the left. Back to center. Coming on back to all fours here. Bending at your knees. What we're going to do here is take this left hand and take it under this right arm, bringing your shoulder as far down to the mat as you need. If your shoulder does not have that flexibility, you can definitely use a block. Like keeping that bend in the knee. Back up to all fours. Take this right hand under the left one, letting that shoulder come to the mat. Taking this left hand, stretching it out over. Stretching into this. Again, you can use that block under that right shoulder to help with flexibility and comfort. Connecting to that breath, that ujjayi, in through the nose and out through the nose. Letting your exhales be slightly longer than your inhales to really help calm your nervous system. Bring this left hand back to support. Press up into it and unbind yourself here. And come on down to take a Shavasana. Coming to lie on your back. Letting your feet go to the edge of your mat. Finding your place of comfort. Hands rested by your sides, palms facing up, to be in a place of receiving. Close your eyes. If you have an eye pillow, you can grab it and cover your eyes, or use a sweater or maybe a gentle blanket, blocking out the temptation to open your eyes as you pause here and let your practice really settle in. Gently bring your attention back to our present moment here. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Bring your knees into your chest and roll to one side. Supporting yourself here in our pose of new beginnings. And when you're ready, you can press on up into a seated position. Rolling those shoulders up to your ears and back down your spine, letting your spine be straight, imagining that little string coming from the top. You can keep your eyes closed if you'd like. Let your palms be face down. Inhaling in and exhaling out. And then let your hands be by your sides, inhaling on them on up, catching all your positive energy at the top. Bending your elbows, pausing at your third eye, connecting to your deeper, greater intuition. And then bring your hands to your heart space. I want to thank you for practicing with me today. Know that you're strong and beautiful, and everything you need is within. Namaste. Hey there! I want to say thank you so much for being a part of our practice today. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure you like and subscribe. Thanks again, and see you in my next video.